This story comes to us from the ocregister.com, which is the Orange County Register. This one was brought to my attention from a viewer. But before we get to that, I want to say that this week I have 3 separate editorials to give you regarding the El Paso Police Department. It seems the El Paso Police Department has gone rogue. They're arresting more officers in El Paso Police Department alone than I think all of that county. But anyway, no. So 3 separate stories coming out of El Paso, Texas. But going back west to Redlands, California, the second highest ranking member of the Redlands, California Police Department has accused the city of trying to bury evidence in connection with the fatal train accident and retaliating against him for reporting alleged misconduct to the FBI. Wow. The allegations are contained in a damage claim, typically a precursor to a lawsuit, filed by Deputy Police Chief Travis Martinez. I wonder if that's why the chief, Chris, what was his name? He retired. And I wonder if that's why. I wonder if this is why he retired, because he just recently retired. Now, I say it is the second claim against the city in the past 4 months, alleging top city officials attempted to conceal or destroy evidence in ongoing investigations. There's another story of this back in April where that's probably the first claim where they're talking about something that happened in March. On March 16th, Geneva Holzer, a forensic specialist at the police department, filed a claim alleging that now retired Deputy Chief Mike Reese and Sergeant Kyle Alexander attempted to destroy physical evidence of possible sexual misconduct involving Deputy Chief Reese. Now, the fatal train accident, and this claim filed on June 22nd, Martinez alleges he reviewed security camera footage of a fatal accident on April on Alabama Street. I remember that, reading about that there was somebody hit by the metro on there on the tracks. Now it's right at Redlands Boulevard and Alabama Street. Now he says the city's new Metrolink Aero train collided with a vehicle, killing 47-year-old Heather Woolard Chiakowski and her 11-year-old daughter, Presley Chiakowski. Martinez, according to the heavily redacted claim obtained by the Southern California News Group, discovered a dangerous condition where the accident occurred and reported it to Assistant City Manager Chris Boatman, advising Boatman that they should contact the responsible public entities. According to the claim, Martinez was shut down and told not to bring this issue at the scheduled meeting with the train consultant and not to discuss any of his findings because the matter was going to be litigated. And it was implied that the city did not want to correct this dangerous condition in order to protect itself from the litigation by not expressing the dangerous condition or bringing it to light. That's according to the claim. He was instructed not to provide certain evidence to the authorities. So basically, in a nutshell here, the city officials, the claim is that when he said, hey, look, this is a dangerous track, this is not safe, they knew that if they go out and correct it, civil attorneys would go, whoa, what are you correcting there? Oh, so maybe it was the city's fault. So they're just like, you know what? Don't tell anybody what you found or what you discovered. Hide the evidence. Forget it. We're going to forget this matter. It was an accident. Train, That's what he's claiming. Now, just in a nutshell, he heard back from Boatman, who Martinez did, who indicated his staff had contacted the California Public Utilities Commission, but did not indicate when that occurred. And what the dangerous condition was at the train crossing, however, was redacted from the claim, which the city maintained was due to an ongoing investigation. And then it goes down from there. I mean, there's a whole lot to this if you want to read it. They're basically claiming that, and I remember that train accident, it was in the news when someone had got killed, and they're claiming that the city is hiding it because they don't want to be liable, of course. That's why departments a lot of times will cover for bad cops, because the department doesn't want to get sued. Now it says when the department was restructured in 2019, the assistant chief position was eliminated. They had no assistant chief. And 2 deputy chief positions were created instead. Martinez became one of the deputy chiefs, while Mike Reese was given the second slot, despite a protest by Martinez, according to the claim. So he said, not him, no. Well, it's up to the chief. Martinez had pushed for Rachel Tolber, now the police chief, to serve alongside him. Yeah, she's the new police chief. Then Chief Chris Catron, despite Reese's reputation in the department for inappropriate sexual conduct with female employees, went against Martinez's recommendation and instead appointed Reese to that position, according to the claim. So, and Chris just retired. And I'm wondering if these claims, I mean, it happened at the same time. Claims come out, chief retires, second claim comes out. Very suspect. Now, the current and former female employees have since sued the city, alleging the police department has long fostered a culture of discrimination against female employees. 3 of them allege they were sexually preyed upon by Deputy Reese. And then it talks about the sexual misconduct claim here, and that Tolber was named interim police chief after Catron stepped down on June 1st. The city announced it had appointed her to the position on a permanent basis. Even though Martinez was the second highest ranking member of the police department, he was passed over and Tolber was made police chief. We'll see how that goes, because I do record the Redlands PD. And I will call you out for good and bad. I will praise you guys for good work. But that said, look, these claims now all of a sudden are coming to light against the Redlands Police Department. I've heard things in the past. I know there are some cops, if they're still there, with the Redlands Police Department that are knuckleheads or buttheads. I know they are. They love to mess with people. They love to violate people's civil rights. I've met them, these couple of officers. But there's also some very good officers that I've met in the Redlands PD that I would definitely fist bump and say, how you doing? One of them I haven't seen in forever, Officer Myrick, right? Was that your name? I haven't seen you in forever. I think it's Officer Myrick. Haven't seen him in forever, but he was always a real stand-up guy. But that said, somebody brought this to my attention, and I wanted to let you know that if you're in the Inland Empire of Southern California, as my air kicks on, it's getting warm, Redlands Police Department, they got some splaining to do.